Okay. Hi everybody, see the steam? I got a big pot of boiling water there. Hi everybody, it's Wanda. Today's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everyone. I hope they're having a blessed day today. And I know I am. Thank you, Jesus, on my side. And today I'm going to make some Rellenos de Papa. And they're like potato bowls stuffed with meat. And then I'm going to give them a coating of yuca. So I'm going to cut all my yuca that I have a whole bunch. I'm going to cut my yuca. I'm going to boil my potatoes. And when it's time to mash them and make the meat mixture, I'll be back. Hi everybody. I got all my pot here already full of the potato water. The potatoes are all cut inside there. And I wanted to show you, just in case you didn't know how to cut the yuca, I'm going to get my knife and show you. Okay, so I got my little cleaver here. What you want to do is you want to make a little slice on it first. And it's a real thick crust. So you just peel along the side like that. And it should peel off. You have to do that all around. And then there's one more thing that you have to look for. I'm going to show you right now. This is yuca cassava. So I'm just peeling it. Okay, so it has a really, really tough skin, as you can see. Look, it's really thick skin. All right, so let me just finish peeling this. It peels off quick. You just want to do the outside layer. You don't want to go in too much. So, see, when you get to there, you can just chop off the other pieces real easy. It's fine. You can chop it like this. The whole point, if you chop it like this, you probably get rid of a lot of the stuff that's inside. Now, this cassava, it has a little stick inside. It's like a little vein or something. So what you want to do is you want to cut it in half. Yes, I dropped that. That's okay. I'll show you. I'll get it. Okay, so the stick is a little long little stick right here in the middle. And you want to cut that stick out. It's not so deep inside, but you want to slice it like this. I'm going to see if the one that I dropped has it more visible so I could show you. But basically, that's what you do. You chop it. See, this is all in its entirety. I'm going to try to chop it even. See. Let's see, hold on. It's really hard and you have to be very careful, but see this line right here? It's like a little stick, and you want to remove that because it's going to be really tough. So you could just remove it. Okay, like this. Turn it around the other side. And that's it. When you see it all nice and clean on the inside, then you know you took the stick out. Now, this one that I dropped on the floor, I'm going to rinse it out real quick and I'm going to show you. Because this one has the stick more visible. It's right here. It's like a long little stick. And you want to take that stick out. Okay, so you chop it like that. Just go like this and hold it. Slide it this way. And then you do it that way, and you can always check to see if there's a stick on this side too. Just do like that, real softly on the inside. This one, you could see again, it has a visible stick. It's right there. You could see it right in the crease. So I'm just going to chop it up. And again, go right in through the middle, cut it out. I could still see it until you don't see the yellow line. It's yellow. The yuca's white, but the stick in the middle is yellow. So you'll be able to tell. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just cutting these yuca up into small little pieces, and I'm going to put them in a pot. Helping hand. My helping hand is here. So I need this pot full of water, that pretty big pot. So I have my potatoes already cooking. Yes, I have my potatoes cooking, and I'm going to do the same to this. I'm just going to put them in a pot and boil them up. I have a whole bunch over here. Let me just show you. It's very time consuming, so I did it off camera, but this is it. These are the pieces. So I'm going to take all these pieces and I'm going to move this to the side now. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Okay, yeah. I left 2 pieces here by mistake. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna light the back stove because I'm lighting the back stove because I'm gonna use the front stove to prepare the meat. Look at that. Okay, so thank you, helping hand. You can put that back there. Okay, good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not even gonna wait for it to boil. I'm just gonna let them boil with them inside. And right now, I'm gonna get my meat ready, which for this recipe, I'm just using ground beef, but it's a little frozen, so I'll be back. I'm just gonna defrost this for a few minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my ground beef, and I'm just gonna take my ground beef, and I'm gonna add it to the pan. I think that's even too much, but that's okay. Whatever's left over, they can have, what do you call those little sandwiches? The meal with the manwich sandwiches. Those are good because I have the manwich gravy. So I have a piece of pepper here. All right. First, I'm gonna get my squisher. You can sit. I got this. All right. So I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit. I was gonna make them with sausage, but this is quicker. Just do this ground beef. I know I used ground beef yesterday, but like I said, I went to Costco and I brought this big old pack. I don't know how many pounds it was, like 8 pounds or 10 pounds. And I just divided them into 4 pieces and put them in the freezer like that. And now I have a lot of ground beef. So I'm gonna make ground beef. This is what they usually use to make the Relleno De Papas, the potatoes, stuffed potatoes. You fry them and you stuff them. So I'm just gonna let that cook. And I'm gonna cut these peppers and I'll be right back. Okay? Hi everybody, I'm back and this ground beef has already browned and it has broth in it. Not oil, because the oil processing won't come out until you brown it and it gets really dry. I don't want it to get dry. I want it to stay nice and juicy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw my sofrito in there. Like that. And I also cut up some onions and some peppers and I'm gonna throw that in there too. And then I'm gonna add some ingredients in there, which is like some salt, pepper, sazon. Hold on one second. Okay, so I have a little bit of adobo here, and let's just season this meat. Helping hand could get the salt, the pepper for me. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of adobo, because we want really tasty meat. And I'm gonna throw a little salt in there. Okay. I'm gonna throw a little pepper. And I want some sazon. It's behind you over there, look. I could throw a little garlic powder in there. Like this. And I'm gonna need 2 sazons for this one. See? Get everything real nice. Now I could start like browning it. Okay? It's gonna take a few minutes to brown. So we'll just wait a few seconds, okay? Let me get my my handle so I could turn this easy, because it's giving me a hard time to turn it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this cook up a little bit and I'll be back because the sofrito, some parts are like a little bit frozen. So we're just gonna let that defrost a little bit and cook up this. I just want it to come brown. It's gonna take about 5 minutes, so I'll be right back. Go. Okay, my meat is almost all done and I can get ready to throw in the tomato sauce soon. I have all my potatoes already here, and what I want to do is I'm just going to give them a quick mash, and then I'm going to put them in the refrigerator so they could cool off a little, because we can't make little balls if they're hot. So I'm going to mash them, and then I'm going to put them in. I saw this recipe and I had to try it. I brought yuca before and I showed you how to peel the yuca, but I made a mistake. The video that I saw didn't have yuca around it, because it's supposed to be like a potato ball, and then you take the yuca which wasn't the yuca. It's plátanos, the plantains. You're supposed to boil them up and smash them. And then, or I'm sorry, not boil them. You're supposed to grate them. I'm going to grate them with my grater here. Once I get them, I had to go get some in the store, but I'm going to grate the plantains, and they're going to form like a blanket to cover up my my balls. So, yeah, this is done already. It's all mashed really well. And what I want to do is I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator because I want this to cook. I mean, I want this to cool off because I really can't chop it. I can't do anything with this if it's not cool. So I'm going to put this in my refrigerator, and I'm going to add some sauce. Hold on, let me just get this in the refrigerator now because I really want it to cool. I was thinking maybe I'll just put it in the deep freezer for a few minutes because that'll do it too. Let's see if I can put it right in my freezer. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there for a few minutes and let it cool off. I don't need this anymore. Okay, so this smells absolutely delicious. I put all the ingredients in there. So now I'm just going to throw in some tomato paste. These little bags are so hard to open. They're hard to close, but they are harder to open. So just going to cut it. It smells so good. And like I said, maybe tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to buy this stuff and I'm going to make sofrito because that was the last of it. Alright, so let me add my tomato paste in here. And this is about 3 tablespoons. This is about 3 tablespoons of sauce. And, hold on 1 second. Let me close my refrigerator. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of the... Oh my God, I'm so gone stupid. Okay, remember, tomato paste. Okay, so we want to melt down this tomato paste really good. And I'm going to add some tomato sauce also to this. I'm not going to add a lot. I just opened up a whole can of the diced tomatoes with basil. And I'm just going to use some of this. I already put it in the blender, so I grated all the little diced pieces. So I'm not going to throw much of it, probably about 3 spoons maybe. 1, 2, 3. That's good. So that's about all the sauce that I need. You don't want to put too much sauce. You don't want to have anything dripping on there, on the rellenos de papa, the potato balls. And we're also going to fry them, so they're going to be so delicious. So this is doing good here. I'm just going to keep cooking this a little bit more because I want this to cook, but I'll be back again. Hi everybody, I'm back and my meat is all ready. I turned it off. I have the potatoes in here still in the freezer, so I'm getting them cold. And I brought the right ones this time. It was plátanos, plantains, not yuca. So you're just going to cut the ends of this. And then you're going to make a little slice on it, like so. And then it has a really thick skin, so you have to separate it, kind of like the yuca. So I'm just going to keep cutting them, like this. Okay, so you just peel them, they peel right off to like this. Okay, so I'm going to keep peeling this. I'm going to go all the way around. Sometimes they're soft enough you could do with your fingers, but I wouldn't recommend it because your fingers get really sticky by the time you finish with one. But this is what it looks like. And to this, it has a couple of little pieces. If you see anything, no big deal. You just grab it and cut the ends. And then you can get rid of all this. And now what I want to do is I'm going to get my grater and I'm going to grab a bowl. Okay, so I have my bowl here, and what I'm going to do to this is I'm just going to grate them like this in small little pieces. I'm going to use my grater, so I'll be back, okay, when I have the whole pile ready. Yeah. Okay, guys, here we are. My potatoes are all cooled off, And to the potatoes, I'm just going to give it a little quick mix. And I want to add 1 spoon of cornstarch in there, okay? 1 big tablespoon. Let me get my measuring spoon. And I think we're going to add, okay, this one is half a teaspoon. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I got my tablespoon. All right, so I have a tablespoon and I have my cornstarch right here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to this. That's 1. And okay, so that's 2. So I guess this is just to keep the potatoes so it could, you know, hold together a little bit. And I'm also going to add a little bit of salt to this. Okay, that's good there. And now I'm just going to give this a quick mix, and then I'm going to start making the balls. Okay, see? We're mixing all my potatoes in here. So I'm going to need a lot of room to do this. I can feel it's still a little warm, but that's okay. I think I have too much potatoes in here. I'm going to add 1 more spoon. Only because the recipe that I saw, he made a small amount and my amount is bigger. So I added 2 spoons and here's number 3. All right, so 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and I'm gonna mix this up really good, like so. And my hands are clean. I just washed my hands. Just gonna wash them 1 more time again. Hold up. All right, so my hands are clean. I'm not going to dry them. Okay, what I want to do is I want to take these little balls, and you want to make them into a little ball, and then you want to smash them a little because you want to get the meat mixture inside of them. So let me get another spoon. I need a different spoon for the meat mixture. You want to make them nice big little balls here. You don't want to make them too skinny. You don't want them to fall apart. You don't want to overfill this with meat either. Oh, hold on a second. This is a little hairy there, man. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to add some meat to this potato. And now we're going to try to curl it up. Try to close it up like this. Just close it. And if you see that it's came out a little bit, it's not a problem. Then you just keep working it like this. Okay, so after I do the meat, I'm going to put it to the side. If you see any of the meat coming out, you could just add a little bit more potatoes to that. And what I'm going to do now is once my potatoes are all rolled up into a nice little ball, I'm going to put them to the side. So I'm going to keep rolling these balls and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys, look. I got all these ready. I have all of those ready. And the next step is the plátano that I grated. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to that. And I'm going to give it a little quick mix with my hand. Like so. Wait, first I'm going to cut this back, okay? Because the video that I saw, he cut this bag and he used it to smash down the bananas, the plátanos, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. My oil is really hot there. So, okay. I'm gonna need a spoon, helping hand, give me a spoon. And this is what you want. Oh, I broke it a little, no problem. Okay, so you want this, and I'm gonna mix in this. Let's get this really nice and mixed. I don't see it so sticky. Usually it's stickier, but that's okay. Let's see what happens. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I mixed this up already, and it looks like this. It's kind of very loose. I don't know. I'm hoping that it sticks, and I'm hoping this recipe comes out good. So what you want to do is you want to take some of this mixture, and you want to put it here. And what you want to do is you want to flatten it. You want to make it flat. Oh, my hands are all over this. Okay, let's see if I can flatten this out. You put the other cover on top, and you're supposed to smash them. You're supposed to smash them really good and make it a nice long sheet because it's going to be a blanket. like to cover up your potatoes, but I don't know. I don't see it doing it, but let me try again. Maybe I didn't put enough. Okay. I just hope these little things stick to the balls. That's all I want, because this is a new recipe. I've never tried it. I've actually tried to make the balls before, but they would always break on me. And since I saw this recipe, I said maybe it's a good idea. If I wrap them, they won't break. So let's try them. Let's see what we could do with this, okay? I'm still not convinced. I hope you could see it, what it looks like. But let's see what happens. Hold on, I just gotta break this bag. I need another bag. But, okay, I'm gonna try to put one of my balls that I made, and I'm gonna put it in there. And he said to wrap it, that you have to wrap it into the ball. I'm hoping it'll stick. Well, it stuck some of it. Okay, so it isn't that bad, but this part doesn't have any. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. This is what it looks like this. It's ball wrapped up in plantain. So what I want to do is I'm going to drop this in the oil, and I'm just going to hope that it doesn't fall apart on me. Okay, the oil has to be very, very hot. And like I said, I'm trying to roll it. I still see some little pieces of the potato, and I really don't want to see it. So let's see how hot this is. I'm going to test it with a piece of plantain. And that's very hot. It rose up to the top really big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ladle, and I'm going to put it in there very gently. Because see, this is the way it looks. I think I have a metal ladle. Hold on one second. Let me get it. Let me just wash my hands quick. Okay, not the ladle. I'm using like, okay, this is wet. I gotta dry this up a little bit. Okay, let's hope that we can get this done. Okay, guys? Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. I'm going to take this bowl and I'm going to drop it in there. And I'm going to throw some oil on it. And I'm just going to leave it alone. I hope I have enough oil because, oh, it looks pretty good. I think I didn't put enough oil because it's supposed to float. And this doesn't have enough oil so it could float. But it's looking really nice. It stayed together. That's a plus. So I'm just going to throw some more on top. And I'm going to show you how I do this one. And hopefully it comes out really good. Like everything is cooked here already. I'm going to try to flip it. Okay. Yes, my darling. Look at that. That is delicious. Okay, so everything is cooked here. The meat is cooked. The potatoes are cooked. All you want to do is make the outside a little crunchy. And I think my flame is too high. I'm going to lower it down a little bit. And yeah, this shouldn't be in here no more than like maybe 2 to 3 minutes, because you could see the color. Look, it stayed together. Nice little potato ball. I am so happy, guys. I am so happy. All right, so like I said, I'm just gonna leave this in here just a few more minutes, and I'm gonna take it out. It's working very good, and I'm very happy. So like I said, I have a plate right here, and I'm just putting some oil on top of it and trying to give it a mix because I don't want it to burn. And when I'm done, I'm going to cut one open just so you can see what it looks like, okay? So I'm just going to take out the first one, and then I'm going to continue doing the process to all of them and see where that takes us, okay? But this is looking beautiful. So nice and crispy. It's like making tostones when you take your green plantains and you slice them and you fry them and you squish them and they're really crunchy. That's what this is going to be. So it's a soft inside and a crunchy outside. And I think this is it. Like I said, all you want to do is fry the outside. And since it has a really small, thin layer, oh, it's really good. This did not break apart. It held its shape, and that's what I wanted. And I'm going to take this out because I think this is ready. Like I said, everything was cooked. Look at this beautifulness. Just look at this. I'm gonna put this right here and let that drain a little bit. You could hear it, it's nice and crunchy. And like I said, I'm gonna continue to take these balls and wrap some more, and I'll be back. Look guys, I got all that ready. I'm still going. I'll be right back, okay? Go. Okay guys, so far I have this ready, and I have 1, 2, 3 to fry. Now, I want to let you know that these over here have plátano, and they're really, really crispy. And these, I just left them the normal way, the classic way, which is just a potato with the meat inside and no plátanos on the outside. And I put a little bit of cornstarch on the side so they wouldn't open up. So I'll be back in a few minutes after I finish frying these. I have 1, 2, and this one's almost coming out. I'll be right back. All right, go ahead. Okay, guys, I am so done with this. This is the last one right here. I've been heating it. I've been cooking this for a while. I can't believe how big they came out, but they are so delicious. And if you're gonna do this recipe, what you want to do is put it in the really, really hot oil and don't mix it. You take the spoon and you just add some oil to the top of it like this until you see that it kind of gets brown on the bottom. And then once it's brown, then you know you could flip it and it won't break. See? But you have to leave it down. So with that being said, this is it. It's done. I'm gonna take it out right now. And these are the potato balls. This one has cassava, grated cassava. I put it in the blender and I grated it up into like a smooth pasty mixture. And this one is wrapped up in cassava. So, yuca. Now, we have 3 different kinds. We have this one, and it has pieces of plátano on it. We made them in the grater. So this one is a plátano one. This one here is a yuca. And then over here, all of these that I made, this one is traditional. So this is what they really look like when you buy them in the store and you ask for it. This is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna cut one open. Look at, wonderful job. I've been at it 2 hours. Or maybe a little bit more. Because I got my helping hand here. My Amy's my helping hand. Hi, helping hand. That's my daughter. She helped me with all these. And we're going to eat. So all I can say is thank you. Oh, I said I would open one. So let's open one. Let me get a plate over here. Because I have to show you what they look like. I have a little plate. And I'll open 2. Just so you can see what it looks like. Let me get my knife. A serrated knife. Wait, hold on 1 second. It's this one. Okay, so I have my serrated knife. I'm right here. And this one is a traditional one. It's a really small one, but they're really soft. I mean, you can do this for the kids. The kids will love it. This is what it looks like inside. Very nice. So that's what the little one looks like. And I'm going to get one of these that they're so crispy. Listen. This is the one with yuca. So let's cut this one.
Banana.
Oh, this one is the plain. This one has plátanos or tostones, and it is very crispy. And I'm opening it because I want to show you the deliciousness in that. Oh, that looks good. So we have the one with plátano. We have the traditional one, and then this one is wrapped up with yuca, cassava. Okay. So I'm just gonna open this one real quick. And show you how beautiful this one looks too. You like that, guys? You know what? Now you have the recipe. Now you can make it, and I hope your family enjoys it. Thank you for watching. I hope you get that like button, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.